is a quick video on the 6 Moon Design Haven Nettent. So I chose to bring this Haven Nettent for both me and my son on a 2-night overnight trip out in the White Mountains. It's been pretty cool. We've had a ton of rain, but we've managed to stay dry, partly just because I've coupled it with a really solid rainfly. Here I'm using my DD Hammock Superlight Tarp. It's a 10 by 10 tarp that I've used over the top. Now both of these systems I've rigged up using ridge lines, and it's worked out pretty well for me. So I was able to get some pretty cool shapes and geometry on this tarp that really seem to work to protect this net tent, even in downpouring rain. I mean, crazy downpouring rain. And I'll roll in some of that footage. This rain is pounding down, huh? Wow. Wow. And it's even harder. This is crazy. What do you think, man? Pretty nuts, huh? Wow. Wow. The ridge line's a very simple design where you basically just loop around one tree and use these sort of quick toggles to loop around and hold this in place. And on the other side, I'm going to show you the one for my tarp because it's here and accessible. Basically I just use a Night Eyes figure 9 and it holds this tarp and tent in absolutely perfect taut nature. It's been excellent. So you can see that it's just super tight. It allows a good amount of adjustability. I can get everything to the height that I want, and it's worked out very well. So that's how I have the Haven Nettent rigged up. Basically, I have a couple of prusik knots to tie outs that I use to keep the tension on this from side to side. And then you can see here I've run my tarp up over the top, and so it's been actually really pretty good. I have had almost no movement whatsoever, and it's been solid. So pretty good setup for this net tent. You'll see I have my tarp staked out in a very similar fashion to everything else, where I have my stakes, I have my figure 9s, and all my corners and sides pulled nice and tight. I have many locations on this tarp tied down to try to keep it as low as I can and to keep as much of the wind off of us as possible, just to keep the wind-blown rain from penetrating that mesh. But for the most part, we've been in pretty good shape. I mean, even in all the crazy rain that we've seen over the past couple of days, I've managed to stay dry and I've managed to stay reasonably warm. Obviously, there's not much in the way of overall warmth or protection without any true rain fly. This doesn't heat up very much because of the mesh, but that's what I was going for. I kind of wanted that sort of outdoors experience. I used a ground sheet that I had from another tent, so it doesn't fit exactly perfect, but it was close enough for my needs. And you'll see here that I just have the corners of this net tent staked out on all 4 sides. And then additionally, I have it staked out. There's some grommets here. I have it staked out on the sides. So I have 6 points on the ground and then my 2 points up on this ridge line, keeping this in its shape. You'll see there's almost like a lightweight bathtub design on the bottom where the net meets. Inside, you'd notice that there are a couple of pockets. There's a pocket on this side and a pocket on the other side. Both sides of this tent have dual zippers. They're actually pretty easy to use. no problem at all. Just zip with ease, and they're quite easy to get in and out of this, so it's a pretty nice design. A quick view on the inside. We just have a bunch of jumbled mess right now, but I mean, it's been real rainy, and so I have a bulk of my stuff kind of towards the middle here so it doesn't get wet. But I'm 6'1", and this is a little bit tight for me. It's not too bad, but you know, it works perfectly fine. If I was by myself, it would be perfect, but with two people, you know, me and my son, it is a little bit tight. He's young right now, he's only 6, so the two of us fit pretty good, so it's been working out. And even from this side, you can see, I can zoom all the way through that mesh to see the far side without any problem. So it's actually a pretty cool experience. I mean, if you're looking for something that gives you the protection from the bugs, and you're looking to just stay in the outdoors and feel like you're in the outdoors but not get eaten to death, this is a pretty good way to go about doing it. And obviously, the one downfall, at least in the way I have this set up using the ridgeline, is you still rely on trees. But generally, you know, where I'm going to be going, I have plenty of opportunities to set up using a ridgeline in the trees. And if you didn't have that opportunity, there is a way to set this up using either tent poles or hiking poles. So, you know, depending on what you're looking to do, you could go either way. I just kind of didn't want to have the poles, you know, at the doorways. If you look online, you'll see you know, other ways that this can be set up, but you know, for me, I just like the ridgeline design. Alright guys, so there you have it. Just a real quick look at the 6 Moon Designs Haven Nettent. Pretty neat. I didn't know if I'd like it. I'm certainly glad I bought it. More than anything else, I'm glad I didn't get soaked this weekend. When it started raining, I got pretty nervous. But you know what? It worked, and we survived. So, anyway guys, I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.